Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. We know that the Gemara in Masechta Kedushin says, "Ha'isha niknis b'shalosh drachim." A man could acquire a woman, get engaged, in one of three ways: b'kesef, b'shtar, u'b'biyah. And the whole Masechta goes on to speak about the way Kedushin, marriage, getting engaged, what kinyan is done to be a proper kinyan. Now, even though I just mentioned that there are three options, kesef, money, shtar, document, and bia is relationship. Yet, it's common practice that the way the kedushin, the way the engagement is done, is with kesef, with the value of money. Now, the Gemara goes on to say that it doesn't literally mean money, handing money. It could even mean shava kesef, something that's valuable like money, shava kesef. Now, this is the original way the Mishnah says it, how Kiddushin is done. In Shulchan Aruch, as mentioned, it says that it's common practice that we do Kiddushin b'kesef, and the Ramah comes along, and the Ramah says in Hilchas Kiddushin, Even Ezer Siman Chav Zayin, he says, "V'chein noyagin lekadesh b'tabas." It is customary that the Kiddushin, that the engagement process is done by the chassan giving the kala a ring, and the Ramah says, "V'yesh lahem tam b'tikunei zoyar," and there's a reason for this mentioned in Tikunei Zoyar, which is obviously Pnimius Sater, more of Kabbalah, and it's a little funny that the Ramah, who is primarily a halacha sefer, makes reference to a reason that's mentioned in Tikunei Zoyar when there are reasons that are brought in other svarim which are halachically understood. There's a basic reason that's commonly brought, that Avnei Melurim and others say that the reason you should give a ring, the chinuch, is because a ring is something that's always on the finger, always on the person's hand, and it should be always, the woman should always have a remembrance, something to remind her that she's married. This is just something that always on her as a married woman. It's a very simple reason. Yet, the Ramah does not make reference to that reason. It says, "V'yesh lahem tam b'tikunei azor." There's a reason in Kabbalah. Why does he do this? Now, in other svarim, it is actually brought an interesting thing. The Tajbet says, in Siman Tav Samachay, that tabas, the word tabas, which means a ring, is a gematria Kedushin, has the same numerical value as Kedushin. It's actually one off, but being one off is, in the rules of gematria, it's still fine. But again, the reason that the woman has this ring always on her is l'chayra the best reason. And why does the Ramah not mention it? There is another reason which is brought based on the Tikunei Zohar again, that there is a similarity between the ritzuis of the tefillin, the straps of the tefillin that the husband wears and puts it on his hand, so the woman who doesn't wear tefillin has as the ring, which is also, just like a tefillin is to be meshabed, the leib and moyach, that his heart and mind should be dedicated to Hashem, dedicated to a purpose, so the woman has the ring. That's what it's brought in Svarim. Now, what is perhaps another halachic reason that you could understand what's unique about a ring? Which you have to understand that when the ring is given to the kala, obviously it has to be the chassan's property, the chassan's belonging. There is something special, because if it's not the chassan didn't acquire her. It's somebody else. It has to be totally given over to the woman from something that he owned. And in halacha, there's a discussion, at what point does he really own it? Does he have to pay for it from his own money? Or could somebody else pay for it and he acquires it by lifting it up? But at least it's his. You have to make sure it's his. And he uses this ring to give it to her. Again, the ring, there's different minhagim. If it's gold or silver, it should make sure if it's round or square. There's each to their custom. But what other significance do we know about the ring? So the Rebbe brings a beautiful hesber from the Rogatchover Goin. The Rogatchover says, in Tzafnes Paneach, on the Rambam in Hilchas Kedushin, he writes, "Haminig shemekadesh b'tabas." The custom is to do the Kedushin with a ring and not money, not plain old cash money. And he says that based on the Yerushalmi. The Yerushalmi writes that if you are Mekadesh a woman by giving her a Sefer Torah, and the Sefer Torah is what you paid for to be written, so you had a great mitzvah, it's your Sefer Torah. You give this Sefer Torah to a woman, Einay Mikadeshes. You did not accomplish what Kedushin is supposed to do. She's not engaged halachically. Why? Because when you give something over to a woman to cause Kedushin, it has to be something that belongs to you, that was given totally over to her, and you have no connection to it anymore. If you still gain benefit from that item, you didn't completely give it over to her. Says the Rogatchover, when you give a Sefer Torah, you always have the gain that it's you fulfill the mitzvah of writing the Sefer Torah. You still have plus benefits from the Sefer Torah even after it's given to her. Therefore, you're not yotze the mitzvah. You didn't fulfill the accomplishment of Kedushin by giving her a Sefer Torah. Says the Rogatchover, the same thing is by a ring. By Kedushin. Today's days, when is the chassan? When is the chassan mekadesh the woman? Under the chuppah. So right after the chuppah, right during that time, they're already married. Right in the beginning of the chuppah, they're getting engaged. A couple of minutes later, in the Nisuin, the Sheva Brachas, they're considered married. So if he would give her anything, that whatever he gives her, he could benefit from the profits of the item that he's giving, then he didn't give something completely away to her. Because the halacha is that once the legally considered husband and wife, whatever she brought into the marriage, he could benefit from. But if it's not an item that he will have any benefit from, he gives it away, it's completely hers, that's Kedushin. So, one of the ways you're able to do it is with cash money or the other things like that. There's going to be payros, benefits from that investment, so he's not totally giving it away. When you give her a ring, this was mine, and now it's completely yours, I have no more benefits from it, that was totally given over to her. That was totally given over to her. And in such a case, the Kedushin is a real kinyan, a real Kedushin. Says the Rebbe, therefore, we use a ring, because a ring is a lavush, and the lavush, there's no profits. As I mentioned before, a garment, once you give it away, you give it away as a present, the husband has no benefits from it. And a tabas is the benefit, is not only a regular lavush, ki tabas yichayel aliyas al etzba shel adam echad bulvad. A ring, you could only have it used for one person's finger. And therefore, when the husband gives the woman the ring, it's at hers completely. Beis, afilu kasha isa masiras etabas betzba, even when she takes off the ring, the husband can't put that ring on. Why? Because there is an isser of v'layilbash gever simas isha. A male is not allowed to wear a garment that belongs to a woman. So this is the perfect way how you have the kinyan. Says the Rebbe, Omnam, however, kol zeh, this is only biyamenu, in our days, where the marriage is happening right after an engagement. In the times of the Rambam, where a person got engaged at one day, 12 months later he got married, then you didn't have to do it with a tabas. You could have done it with any money, because in between that time, whatever he gave her, even if there was pay raise, any benefits from that money, he doesn't deserve to get yet. A husband only gets it after the marriage, so there wouldn't be an issue of him gaining something from that money. But today's day, since we're doing the Kedushin at the same time as the Nisuin, the only item that we find that a person could own and give it totally away is a garment, and specifically in the garments, a ring. It can't be in two places at one time. You give it to her, and then once she has it, he can't use it anymore. And that's why that would be the perfect way how to do Kiddushin.